I want to share with you my journey from 0 to 40,000 followers on TikTok and what I have learned through the process. So in many ways, this marks the true beginning of my journey because I have come to realize that to document is to grow. And so I have decided to start documenting, and this is my very first video towards that goal. Now it is also significant for you because you gather the courage to embark on your journey by observing mine. Number one is that don't be afraid to start. I want you to know that everyone starts at 0. So even if you're afraid, you have to encourage yourself to do it anyway. So on 24th November 2022, I uploaded my very first TikTok video. But this is not where the real journey begins, because in actual sense, this was my second TikTok channel, but that's a story for another day. Now the short version of that story is that I am still under 100 followers on the other channel, but let's go back to 24th of November. So I uploaded my first video and I was convinced that I wanted to help small businesses be able to market their businesses online. So that is what my first video was about. Now to date, that video has 4,000 views, but for a very long time, it had very few, but the journey had begun. Now after I uploaded this video, I waited in for the views, but none came. So what I did, I logged into my previous channel, came back to this channel, and then I watched this video, I liked it, and then I followed myself. So I was my very first follower. And sometimes that is what is going to happen. You're going to have to be the person that cheers yourself most. Number two is that you have to be patient and consistent. So for my first few videos, I kept uploading a video every day and I did it consistently, but I wasn't getting many views or followers. And then one day, one of my videos went viral. And sometimes one of your videos is going to do that for you, but you have to continue being consistent. Number three, you have to know that your content will evolve. So when I started the account, like I mentioned, I was convinced that I wanted to help small businesses and I wanted to do that kind of content. But when I saw it wasn't performing, I sort of started a new theme of content, and this one was working better. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to come back to helping businesses, but I'm continuing with different themes as I learn what my audience wants. Number four is that you have to understand the algorithm. So how the TikTok algorithm works is that it is going to first of all show your video to a few people. So say maybe it's going to show them to 100 people. So depending on how these 100 people are going to respond to your video, it's going to determine whether or not it wants to show it to more people. So if the 100 people respond well, then it's going to show them to maybe 100 more or even 200 more people. How those people respond will determine whether it shows it to a larger audience. But something else I've noticed with the algorithm is that sometimes when you do search-based content, it's going to do really well. So there's this video that I did and it was showing people how to add lyrics into their videos. So I did it knowing it was a search-based content. In fact, I had done my research and I found out that many people were asking that particular question. So I did the video, and for a long time it did really poorly, but if I go back to the video now, you'll see that it is doing really well. So what I want you to focus on is being consistent. Just keep putting the videos out. If a video doesn't do well, just keep posting. The next one might surprise you. Number five is on handling feedback. And this one is a big one because most people are really afraid of negative feedback. And what I can tell you for a fact is that if your video goes viral and you get all that attention, some of it is going to be positive while others is going to be negative. So I want you to do this. When negative feedback comes, I want you to assess it. Is it someone offering constructive criticism, or is someone hating and trolling? If it is someone hating and trolling, you can just delete it or even block the person and move on. If it is constructive criticism, you can decide to embrace it. For example, if someone is saying that your video is not good quality, then that means there is room for you to improve it. So as you continue handling this feedback, you're going to realize that your skin will get thicker, and then negative feedback is not going to be so scary. Number six is community building. So no matter what kind of content you're putting out there, I want you to trust me on this. Your people will come. You're going to attract your tribe. Someone is going to resonate with the content that you're putting out there. So you have to wait for those people, and when they come, you have to start building a community. And there is no good or expert way to do it. You just have to do it. For example, I get people in my inbox, in my comments, some writing emails to me. So all those people are becoming part of my community, and soon I'm going to start an email list, and this will help me serve them better. Number seven, and this one should be no surprise, is that the platforms are different. The YouTube algorithm, TikTok algorithm, and even the Instagram algorithm, they are all different. Even though they are all encouraging you to share short form video, the videos are going to perform differently on the different platforms. I remember, for example, I would see that a video is doing really well on TikTok, and then I would go and put it on Instagram, then even put it on YouTube. So I would realize very quickly that they're not performing in the same way. In fact, some of them are going to do very well in one platform and they're going to do terribly in the other platforms. So I want you to keep that in mind. It doesn't mean that you can't share it on the other platform, but learn how the other platform works and don't be discouraged if you're getting a different result. Number eight is to do your research but observe. So when you're listening to some of those TikTok gurus, they're going to tell you to do this or to do that. Some of those things are going to work for you and some are not. What you should do is to observe your analytics. See what is working for you and double down on it. Number nine is to stay out of sensitive topics. So this one I'm very keen on because the TikTok algorithm is very intelligent and you're going to get banned for some of these things. Number 10 is to beware of the burnout. So when you listen to some of those TikTok gurus, they're going to tell you that they are posting up to between 7 to 10 videos a day. If you try to do that, you're going to burn out very fast. And when you burn out, what usually happens is that you're going to stop posting. I remember, for example, I did this 30-day TikTok TikTok challenge, and the idea was that I would post every day for 30 days. So I realized very quickly that that was not for me. But because I had told people that I was going to see it through to the end, I had to continue posting. So I think I posted 22 out of those 30 days, but for the next 1 week, I was completely burnt out. Another time that I had the burnout is when I decided to do my TikTok series. So I spent close to 2 months doing that series. So I put so much work into it, and then I put it out there, and then I didn't get the results that I wanted. So for the next 1 month, I posted close to no TikTok videos. So this was between the months of, I think, June, July, and somewhere near August. So for those 3 months, I almost didn't post any TikTok videos. Then sometime in September, I started coming out of that burnout. So I started doing one video here and there. So right now in October, I have realized the importance of mind shift. So I've started watching videos on mind shift. I'm also reading Atomic Habits, because I've realized if you're in content creation and your mindset is not in the right place, you can get crushed very easily. So this is something that I've decided I want to do for myself, and I have also decided to start documenting on video. So as it is right now, I have 356 subscribers on YouTube, 675 followers on Instagram, 40,242 followers on TikTok, and I'm not currently active on LinkedIn. And because I am learning to set my goals, these are my goals for between now and end of December 2023. I hope to have 1,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, to have 1,000 followers on Instagram, 100,000 on TikTok. I know that's a long shot. Now in addition to that, I want to become active on LinkedIn, and then after that, I want to build a business around my brand. So please join me in the journey. Feel free to start yours. I'm also going to be sharing a lot of what I'm learning on the different platforms, so ensure you watch out for those, and I'm going to be documenting every week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. In the meantime, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.